Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to look at this flip through of this dressmaker journal, and this is a kit by Forever Moments Designs, and that is Patty, and the kit is the Vintage Dressmaker. So we have a little plaque here with the word dressmaker in there. This is a 2-signature hidden spine journal, and we have corners, metal corners on all 4 corners. The sari silk matches the roses just perfectly, I think, and it's the last of my sari of this color. So here we go. Like I said, it's a nice hidden spine. I added this applique lace here and here with the word plate. The inside as well as the outside is authentic vintage wallpaper. This is a hardcover book that I used and gutted. And when you come in here, look at this wallpaper. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. And then we have lace pockets here and here. And we have a piece of sari here. I think it's so pretty. I just love that touch. It is, like I said, 2 signatures. It is a hidden spine. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't count the pages. And let's see how big this is. 9 by 6. That's what I thought. That is the size of journals I like to do always. So here's a pretty journaling card with a dangle. And then this is an envelope that I put a wax seal on, and then some avocado dyed paper in there. And this is a beautiful kit. We have this heart here, dressmaker label on there, and ball pen, and we have some lace here and a applique flower. Beautiful. This is authentic ledger paper. And we put the part of the ephemera there, and then this lace just silhouetted it perfectly, so I had to go with that. And then over here you have a large envelope, again with the avocado dyed paper. And a little clip. And of course there's writing on that coffee dyed paper and writing on this side. This is an authentic antique book, and this paper just feels so nice. This is not in the kit, and you'll see I have 4 different ones here. This is from our group, and I will leave the link in the description box below. Patty is a mod in our group, and she provides us with Friday freebies, and these tabs were this past Friday's freebie, so I used them in this journal. And I did my words are like escaping me today, an eyelet there, and did this pretty dangle We have a corner pocket here on this beautiful paper that a very good friend of mine had sent me. This is from a New Yorker, a Vintage New Yorker magazine, the back of that. We have some stitching going on here and just some pretty ephemera pieces to play with. And I thought this was so cute. So I just glued it at the ends. It's a little narrow, so I don't know. You can fold up a piece of paper and have an extra writing spot and put it in there. We have beautiful ruffles. And look at this kit. It is so pretty. And here's some paper. Some coffee dyed paper. I believe that's a digital that I had in my my bin. So this is a pocket that we did as a challenge in our group, and it is so cool. I have the digital flower on the back, and then this pretty doily and a button, and then we have a couple of tags. And since it's the dressmaker's kit, I use some authentic pattern paper. I use the instruction paper as well as the tissue pattern paper. And then we have, isn't that such a pretty digital? This is very antique ledger paper that is done on onion paper. There's a little pocket here where I turn that up. Isn't that cool? And then here's some avocado dyed paper and this beautiful ruffle. This is open right here. Again, that's narrow as well as far as the pocket, but I thought it was so pretty I wanted to add it. And here is our center of our first signature. That sewing machine just pops off that paper. This is a frame that was one of our Friday freebies in a group, and I wanted to use it in here. Here's the other side of that antique ledger. And the tissue paper, I just folded it over instead of cutting it off, because if you decorate your book and add to it, you can cut this part off and use that. Music paper here, and this nice big digital. I just love the dressmaker kit. It has the wooden spool over here and this wooden box with all these wooden spools in them. So pretty. And then here's another one of those tabs, and this is the other side of this antique book page. And it's foreign, and I don't remember if it's French or if it's Spanish. So if you look at it, you might be able to figure that out. I don't know, but I believe it's one of the two. Here's the other side of that ledger. I have a couple of ledger books, and I took that from one of them. Here is a lace flip, and I just love this one. So pretty. And then you have this pretty ruffled digital. And then here is our second signature. And we have a heart here as well with some pretty, isn't that embroidered flower, so pretty. And then we have this little matching one, so pretty. And it, if you notice, like this little one kind of looks like that, and so does the color. And here's one as well. So I thought that was cute to put together. Here is, oh my gosh, a journaling card. We have some lace tab, and some rhinestone here. And again, this side, 1943. And then the same thing with this envelope. This one says Paris, got some cheesecloth on here. It has the avocado dyed paper in it. And we have this nice coffee dyed paper, or tea dyed, that might be tea dyed. And then again, another one of those antique pages is in here. Corner pocket with some coffee dyed paper. Live in grace. Love these words. Isn't this cool? I had to use that. And then here's another one of these pockets. These are made out of the brown paper bag. And we have some stitching, some lace. This is a flower from the digital, and then I used a doily, and that was a button that I cut off the back of it. And then here's this is her vintage tag. I don't have it in front of me. Where is it? The name of this is, I want to say, oh, wallpaper, distressed wallpaper tag kit that she also has. And you can find these kits in her coffee shop or Ko-fi shop, and the link to that is down below. And we did some coffee dyed paper on this, and some stitching, some decorative stitching with the sewing machine. Again, another pretty ruffle. I did the same on this signature. That's so pretty, so vibrant. This doesn't have a date. Oh, 1896. Yeah, it all says 1896. Excuse me. I just love these ruffles. They're so soft. And we have a frame there as well. And here's the center. Beautiful, beautiful gowns. Here's some coffee dyed paper. So there's a good amount of writing. Isn't that pretty? There's a good amount of writing in this journal. $1943. Here's some, and then this again, 1943. You could cut this and use part of this elsewhere in the journal if you wish. We have another lace flip. So pretty. And I used my tiny attacher to attach them. And I did some French knots, but they didn't turn out very well. This, it was in the kit. I put some lace at the top, some buttons here. I thought this would be a good bookmark. Isn't that, I like how that looks. If you're using it as a writing journal or a collage journal, then you have a bookmark. Pretty tag with some sari silk. And then we have another wax seal with a heart, and that's in gold. So there you go. I will count the pages and put that information in the description box below. And if you're interested, send me an email. And we can go from there. And in a couple of days, I will probably put it in my Ko-fi shop. And the link is down below. My email is down below. And thank you for hanging out with me today. Bye, y'all.